Hi guys, Lene here. I am coming to you today. I'm doing a spell. I'm doing 3 spells, but it's the same spell for getting a raise at work. Sorry, I got wax on my altar cloth. If you ever get wax on your altar cloth, the best way to get rid of it is with either a paper bag or some newspaper and a warm iron. You just go over the paper with a warm iron, it'll pull the wax right out. So these are new to me and I love them because they are little bowls and they can hold your spell items. However, if you ever get any of these, the wax goes right through when you set the candle, so be careful. And so I'm doing 2 of those and a jar. So here we go. These are all to get a raise. That's how bad I want a raise. Anyway, so the first ingredient I'm going to put is a little bit of salt. I'm going to spread these out so I can actually get to each one of them. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt in the jar. And then a bit of salt circling the bottom of my little bowl with my green candle. I'll tell you in a second why I'm doing 3 and how that's going to do anything. I know it looks like I'm putting a lot, but I'm barely tipping it, so a lot's not coming out. So the reason I'm doing 3, this one is going to be a full-on spell right now that I burn the candle completely down. This one is going to be one that I burn every day before work. And this one is going to be an actual spell jar that I'm going to take to work. So there you go. That's why I'm doing 3. So then the next item I'm going to add, let me enchant this real quick. Give me a minute. The salt is to ground the spell, but also to bring protection to my job. So next we're going to add a little bit of lodestone sand, or lodestone food, you may call it. So we're going to add that next, just a sprinkling here and there over the sand, and that is to draw to me. Remember that whatever you use of your lodestone sand in this spell is not going to be savable. So go sparingly. You're gonna end up losing it. So okay, and some in my jar spell. And I want to put a little bit more in this because this is going to be a layered spell. So you can see the layers there. I might put just a tiny bit more. It's not expensive on Etsy or Amazon if you need to buy some lodestone oil. And it comes in different colors, silver, gold. I like the natural look, but that's just me. Okay. So that was our lodestone oil. It's been a day. Next, I'm going to add a little comfrey, and this is for success and abundance. So I'm going to add that around. You don't need a lot, just enough to kind of get around it. I love these containers because they're like bowls, and you can really make cool spells with them. I've used them a couple of times, but I'm really, really, really enjoying them. So that was our comfrey. Next, we're going to use some Horus Root. A lot of people use Horus Root only for love. I forgot to put any in my jar. Give me just 1 second. Keep forgetting I'm doing 3 here. Again, I'm making layers in that jar, so I use just a bit more in one spot, just to doing layers. Anyway, the next ingredient is Horus Root, and a lot of people don't know this, and they use Horus Root only for love. But Horus Root brings success, and it's a good money herb. So I'm going to use a bit of Horus Root. Now I'm going to go sparingly because Horus Root is not inexpensive. It is a very costly little herb. Going to use a little bit more. I need a little scoop. I don't want to waste it. Actually, I think that's plenty. And I think it'll be easier to get around this with a little scoop. A tiny bit more right here. Perfect. So that was our Horus Root. Next, hard to open. We're going to use some peppermint. Peppermint is also a money draw herb. So we're going to use that. And then put it also around the candle. A little bit more in this one. Okay, that's it for our herbs. Difficult. Oh, no, it's not. We got one more herb. This is cinnamon bark from China. And it's not very inexpensive. So we're going to be sparing with it. We're going to put a little piece in our jar and a piece in each of our little spell bowls. And we're going to put it up. It isn't cheap, but it is beautiful. And I don't know if you saw how big that piece is, but it's cinnamon bark. Basically, cinnamon is the bark from a tree. This is a large piece, so it should last me a while, but it's gorgeous and smells amazing. So that's our cinnamon. Oh, I forgot to get two things. That's all right. I'm still going to put it in here. We'll just be putting it in here off camera. So I have one, so that's going to work. I'm just picking up the pieces off the altar cloth here that have kind of escaped. So next, you're going to use a magnet in each one of these, but because I forgot to grab the other two magnets, we're going to use one large, very powerful magnet in this one. And I'm just going to sit it in there like so. And then I'm going to grab one more of those when we're done with the video for the other one. And I have small magnets, and I'm going to put one in the jar. So the next thing we're going to do, you're going to do, because I'm going to do it off camera, is enchant the whole thing, cap the jar, put one of these little candles on the lid by just melting it and sticking it to the lid. And you're going to let it seal with the wax. And then this one I'm going to burn tonight. till it's completely gone. And this one I'm going to burn a little bit each morning before I go to work. So that is our Get a Raise spells. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to think if I've forgotten anything. I don't believe so. I love you guys. You're divine sacred beings of light and love. Don't ever forget it. Talk to you soon. Bye.